All right, cool. So we're live on YouTube and Instagram as well, and then we're on here on TikTok. So um, share the live with as many people. If you're in here, hit like, and then we just get to it. Usually, you start talking good stuff, people come. Who is this? So, man, how did you become the commissioner, bro? Like, first of all, this is for the viewers, but it's also for me. What exactly what exactly is the role of a city commissioner?
So city commissioner uh, makes laws, makes new ordinances. I'm going to tell you about some of the real cool stuff that we're doing in Muskegon. Muskegon is leading, um, is one of the leaders in the state of Michigan in our zoning reforms. So you and I are both in the real estate world, and the city of Muskegon now has uh, one second, I'm just putting my name in here. Um,
Mhm.
the city of Muskegon has um,
I can put your board down there too.
changes. Okay, the city of Muskegon has changed their zoning to be a lot more modern. So we've lowered our um, minimum square footage or minimum road frontage requirements, so you can build on smaller lots in Muskegon. Back in the day, way back in the day, some places are like an acre or 100 feet. And then we were at 50 feet, and now we're all the way down to um, 33 feet. Um, you
33
can build.
feet, 33 feet width, and then back. How far back?
Um, I want to say 50, bro. I want to say
Okay.
50. Yeah,
That's a nice tight lot, bro. So that's
it
cool.
is. It is a tight lot, and some people have a problem with it. But my thing is, not everybody has to build 33 feet. You could still buy 100-foot lot by
Sure.
100 feet and build on that too. So we don't restrict big lots, but we allow small lots.
I
We
like that.
also, yep, we also allow duplexes by right. So if you want to build a duplex, no longer do you have to be in an R2 or R3 zone. We've gotten rid of all of our R's. We only have residential now. We have residential. If it's residential, you can build a duplex. Now,
Wow.
if you have a corner lot, so you have two accesses on two different streets, you can build a triplex. So you want a three piece, you can go ahead and build your three piece by right. You don't have to get no special zoning permit from the city. Um, it's nice. We also now in the city of Muskegon allow ADUs, which for those who don't know, ADUs are accessory dwelling units in the city of Muskegon. And the city and some of our neighbors are starting to also, but the city of Muskegon is we're investing in smaller developers. So people that want to come in and build their first house or buy two lots from the city, any buildable lot on our current vacant land policy, we're selling lots to people who are going to build on them. So if you buy a lot from the city of Muskegon, you have 12 months to get your project started, and you have 24 months to finish your project.
I'm taking notes, brother. Man, you jump right in, bro. I'm salivating. I got questions.
Oh, let's go.
Sex, this sexy stuff, man. People tap in, man. This is what happens when you get just like-minded people in the room. Everything you hit on is stuff I've been talking about and trying to get. But I'm not going to interrupt. But I want to say, if you come in the room, this is my man from way back, aka Big Flip, aka Jay Kilgo. He is the city commissioner in the city of Muskegon, in Muskegon, Michigan, and he is the future state senator. He's running for state senate. So that's the other thing. Like, we have to get you. We have to support and we have to fund. So it's at is at jkilgo.com
So
is
what
where you can
people
donate.
see, Yep, what people see, because I'm streaming on my Facebook also, so my people on my Facebook know I've been posting about it. But for my followers on TikTok, J Kilgo Official, you can go to one of my recent posts right there, J Kilgo Official, or go to jkilgo.com. Simple as that, jkilgo.com. You can find all of my campaign stuff on there. Please feel free to support me. I'm probably going to be the first black senator from District 32 in West Michigan. West Michigan is a little bit different than the East Side where B's at now. As he knows, we used to go to school over here on the West Side. It's a little bit lighter on this side, so
I'm gonna say
I will
stuff
be
you
the
can't
first
say.
black senator in the state in for District 32. But I need support. I'm not taking any big corporate PACs. I'm keeping a grassroots campaign, so you can go to jkilgo.com, shoot me $5, donate to my campaign. My primary opponent has already raised $35,000, so she's got quite a lead on me.
But
Um,
but and I don't know who she is, but you go jkilgo.com. But I know I don't know her like I know you, and I know you are a real brother putting in real work, not gonna get bought out by the powers that be. He's a real brother. That's why I felt it very important for us to get on here. As soon as I saw, I was like, man, I gotta go. Went, donated, and then was like, man, let's get this brother. Let's get this brother support. So all of you people who came in, appreciate you. Slickfoot, appreciate you. Malisha 48, appreciate you. Coming in. Share this if you could. If any of this resonates with you, like and share this to folks. Claude, Clyde, Sage, Veronica, thank you for coming in. As one of my mentors there, broker Lindsay Pruitt, appreciate you. Eli, appreciate you. Uh, Everybody, drop a like. Big Joe, appreciate you always. Team Jim, appreciate you. Adrian, appreciate you. Hold like down for this, and then Jay Kilgo, that's JayKilgo.com. Make it a point to go there and support this brother. Like from a closing the wealth gap in a real estate professional aspect, bro. We couldn't have anybody better in at the state representing our wishes and protecting us. So support, like no matter where you are in the country, like we need to start supporting our own because it's always beneficial. So like this content, and then I'm throw it back to you, man, because I'm over here taking notes. But man, bro, ADUs, you have no. So you started by saying Muskegon leads the nation in
the
rezoning
state,
reform.
this
The
the
state
state of
leads the
Michigan.
state in
We
zoning
lead,
reform.
yes,
And
sir.
some of the
Yep.
stuff you
So
talk about is it's sexy, bro. I'm not from a real estate perspective, investors perspective, but broker, bro, that's sexy stuff, man. That
well,
you basically saying
let's
Mesquite is open for business.
Muskegon is open for business. Let's start on the real estate tip, right? I'll get to the politics and the policies that we need as a community in a minute. But just on the real estate tip, bro, um minimum parking requirement minimums have been lowered also. But we are in the city of Muskegon, we're setting up enterprise zones. So we have neighborhood enterprise zones where a first time homeowner can buy a house and get 50% off their taxes for 15 years. We're setting up brownfields all over the place. Do you know that in the state of Michigan, there have only been four transformational brownfields handed out? In one of those four, I'm sorry, three of them are in your neck of the woods. The first three are all in the D. The only other one outside of the Metro Detroit area is in Muskegon, Michigan, with our Shaw Walker project, where they're taking the Shaw Walker old furniture factory, which used to be the largest furniture factory in the country, and they're turning it into over 500 doors. So there's going to be over 500 units in this furniture factory. I think it's like 5 stories tall. It's huge. It's like I don't even know the acreage that it takes up, but this building itself is huge. Um, and You can Google Shaw Walker and it'll show you some of the
Shaw
renderings.
Walker. Okay.
Yeah, it'll show you some of the renderings of what the building's going to look like. Um, but the state awarded us a transformational brownfield. The only next transformational brownfield that I've heard about is in Grand Rapids. They're trying to do those 3 new buildings on the river there and add to the skyline of Detroit. They're doing 3 more high rises right there along the river. That'll
Okay.
be the 5th transformational brownfield in the state.
Really?
But we in Muskegon, little old Muskegon, we got a transformational brownfield approved, and 20% of those doors are reserved for people under 100% AMI
Okay.
or 80% AMI. I forget the number, but what that means to our listeners, AMI is average median income. So they'll take the average of what people make in our area, and people who only make 80% of that qualify for one of those apartments that they're doing. I think they're doing like 390 some apartments. And then on the condo side, they're doing like over 100 condos on the condo side.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it's going to be, and it's a rock's throw away from Muskegon Lake. It's going to have a rooftop deck with a pool on there. And you literally, because I stood on top of the building, you literally look over and there's Muskegon Lake right there. You walk
Wow.
across the street and the Hartshorn Marina is right there. So the lake is across the street from this building.
What?
Um, Downtown Muskegon is growing. Um, um, there's a new black owned wine bar coming to downtown Muskegon. There's a new black owned brunch house coming, and there's already a black owned restaurant in downtown Muskegon. Um, and you look back, I don't know when the mall was there, 20 years ago or something. There was a big old ugly mall in the middle of downtown Muskegon. And when they tore that down, people just thought that was it. That Muskegon was going to be Flint or something.
Yeah.
And but I don't know when the last time you all have been to Muskegon, but for those who haven't been to Muskegon in a long time, or you've never been to Muskegon, Michigan, the most beautiful beach on Lake Michigan is Pure Marquette Beach in the city of Muskegon. And there's also now stuff to do in Muskegon. So come visit downtown Muskegon. You will be thoroughly surprised for sure.
Man, so let me get to jump into some of these comments. So Miss Adrian, that's so much love. You put giving us all this loves and all those shares. That's much appreciated. Um, Joe, my man, I appreciate you. He said he said make me want to move to Muskegon. And what's crazy is that for people who aren't like from Michigan, but like Michigan is one of the best kept secrets of all, I say in the whole nation because it's surrounded by lakes. You probably heard of Chicago, you probably heard of Detroit, but Muskegon is just on the other side of Chicago, just across the lake.
Yeah.
So when you hear all of this stuff about Chicago, Lakeshore Drive, that beachfront, the Navy Pier, that's Muskegon in a couple of years. Like, and it's going through the transformation now. Like we've seen it. Like for us growing up in Grand Rapids, Muskegon was our spot. Like, we could go, we were in Grand Rapids, we're 25, 30 minutes away from Muskegon. We jump on, was that 196 or whatever? And we
96.
96 and we shoot out there and we got the beach, man, small town feel, bro. And it's love. And just through the years, through growth, I mean, and then there was another side. I'm trying to invite my Muskegon Knights, my Muskegon Big Reds in from like so they can kind of just add some like because I got some family that it's like my stepmom and her people grew up in Muskegon, so there's still
Mhm.
parts of Muskegon from that they know, and they're like, man, it's hood, it's this and that. But then I'm hearing the other side when the development's happening, where they did all that stuff along the lake and stuff, and I'm like, Muskegon is changing. Muskegon is not going to be the Muskegon that we knew, and it's probably not already from your viewpoint. Um,
Let me ask you a question because I know you're renovating, flipping, building houses all over on the east side. What city of Detroit? What's the average price point for a new construction house?
okay, so you said what's the question again?
in the city of Detroit, because I know they're the suburbs and prices kind of change, but in the city of Detroit, what's the average price point if I was gonna buy a new construction house, 3 bedroom, 2 bedroom, whatever, right? A smaller, just regular size house. What would you say the average price point, or what's one of the lower price points for a new construction house in Detroit?
For new construction, they putting up stuff at $200 a square foot. Serious talk. So, 1,000 square foot, that's $200,000, $200,000 house.
Okay, we got the
Yep.
we also have that in Muskegon. We
Yeah.
also have that in Muskegon. So um actually it's probably a little less. We're probably like 180, 185.
Wow. So let
So
me ask you this though, too, though, Jay, because some of the stuff you hit me with at the beginning of this
mhm,
live
yeah,
is stuff that it really got me excited. Like, as far as the zoning reform, you don't have any more R1, R2. Uh,
correct.
what the Muskegon legislature has done is basically say, hey, everything's residential. So you don't have any issues with building. And then you said something. I need you to go into a little. You said if you want to build a duplex, you have that. You said by right.
By right. Correct.
So what
So
that means? Go ahead.
so in your city, if I'm not in a denser zone in R2 or an R3, they might
Mhm.
tell you you have to get a variance or a special
Variance.
use permit to
Yeah.
to build a duplex. In the
Hmm.
city of Muskegon, if I have a lot and it's 33 feet wide, I can build a duplex on it.
Bro, that's crazy.
Period.
That's
That's
crazy.
it. Because what I want people to understand is buy a lot in the city of Muskegon and build a duplex. Live in the bottom and rent out the top. Live in the top and rent out the bottom. Live on the
That's it.
left and rent out the right.
That's it.
Right?
That's it.
That's going to pay your home mortgage. Now
Yeah.
do it again. Now buy
Yeah.
a duplex and you don't live in either unit. And now you're getting double the rent from both of those units. One of the units is paying for itself, and the second unit is paying you equity, cash
See,
every
so so
month.
so that's the house hack that we start talking about. I even promote, like, for first time young folks coming out. I'm not selling you a primary residence. I'm not selling you a single family home. I'm not, because I'm not doing you uh the right, because of the knowledge and what I know, right? I'm forcing you to get a two family at the minimum. Ideally, right now I'm switching. Really, it's about four families. So let me ask you this: what is the stance on 4 units?
4 units, you just have to you do have to get a special use a variance. You have to get a
Okay.
special use permit to a 4 unit, but you can build 4 units, yes. See,
Okay.
here's the thing about Detroit and the rest of the state of Michigan. All of the multifamilies, four or more, all of the four or mores I call them, are in Detroit. All of them. There's very few. Oh, hey, I just picked up this 6 unit. I remember us talking a couple years ago, and we was just kicking it, talking about real estate and where you've gone, where I've gone with it. And he was like, "Yeah, I just picked up this 6 unit, and I got this 8 unit." And I'm like, "We don't have none of those over here. Like there just aren't a lot of multi-family, like multiplex apartment buildings, and then the ones where there are apartment buildings, it was a whole complex, so like
Hmm.
they're not going up for sale that often. So just like in a neighborhood and on the corner there is a 4 unit or a 6 unit. There aren't a lot of those in Muskegon, or really on the lakeshore there aren't a lot of those, but
Hmm.
um with the growth rate.
Oh, for sure.
Somebody told me today Muskegon's adding like 800 people a month to the city of
Woo, what,
Muskegon. I
bro?
mean, it's growing. It's
I,
growing.
I've been hearing these rumblings for at least 5, maybe 8 years now. Just rumblings, you know what I'm saying? Because you come home talking to people, somebody who lives somewhere, boom, 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 and I've been hearing it, man. And now I feel like it's about to hit a tipping point if it hasn't already. Um, but let me ask you this. So what I talk about a lot of times, because I focus on overall home ownership for people of color, and heavily focused on closing the wealth gap through real estate. And with that, I focus on everybody knows a vet, right? If you're not a vet, hey boss up, hey boss, like she uh that's one of my TikTok mentors right there, man. She put me up on game. So everybody go
That's
follow
what's up.
boss up, lady. And then I'm gonna reset the room real quick. So this is my main man, Jay Kilgo. He is a city commissioner in Muskegon, Michigan, and he is going to be the first black state senator out of his district. He's running right now. We have to go support this brother. He is he is about that work. He's a real estate broker like myself. We went to school together. We played ball together. So we've grown up together, and now we have to help this brother get to state senate because he knows what it takes. He knows what it is coming from our background, and he knows what our communities need. And we need education. We need access to resources. So that's why, as soon as I found out he was running, went donated to his campaign. Go to jkilgo.com. Donate to this brother campaign. We have to get him in state senate. And then we're diving deep on the opportunities, real estate. Like he's blowing my mind with the stuff in Muskegon. Like, yes, I'm coming over. So I push a lot because like I feel like we can save ourselves if we just start taking advantage of the opportunities we have, right? So a lot of that. So like veterans can get into they using their VA loans zero down, bro. They can buy property zero down. They can buy up to 4 units zero down. So that means they're automatically an investor. They're automatically building wealth. Somebody and even so, what I start telling people is like, even if you're not a vet, like you know a vet, like your mama's a vet, your daddy's a vet, your auntie, your uncle, your niece,
Yep.
your nephew, somebody's a vet. We have to do for ourselves. So you have to share this information with them, get them plugged in. Bro, we can start going over to Muskegon. They can buy lots, zero down. We can help them build new. They can build new 4 units or 2 units, live in one. The other side pays their mortgage. Man, that's generational wealth. When you start living for free, that's when you can start making moves. You know what I mean?
And to plug this too, B, people don't understand when you buy a house. So if that first house is a duplex and it's a upper lower, and people are like, I don't want nobody living above me. I don't want nobody living below me. You don't have to live there forever. Buy that mug, live there for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, right?
We
Put
only need
somebody,
12 months. We only need 12 months from the lender
that's
side,
it.
bro.
That's
That's it.
it.
That's it.
Live there for a little bit, start generating that income, right? Buy another crib, put somebody in your unit. Now you got rent from both units. Now you will, depending on what kind of loan that is. So let's go back to the veterans, right? Let's say I bought my 2 unit, I got a duplex with my VA loan,
Yeah.
and I lived there for 2 years. And then I'm like, hey, I don't want to live in the duplex no more. I want to rent this one out and buy something else. You will have to refinance your duplex because
Yes.
you're going to want to use your VA
Yes.
benefits on the
Yes.
next house you buy.
Yes. Yes.
So, but they'll see the income that you've been generating. You'll be able to show that you've been generating income for 12 months, 24 months. I see you,
Yep.
boss up.
Yep.
Um,
Appreciate you.
if you can show the bank, I've been getting rent on time every month for 24 months. They'll refinance that mug in a second. And then you
In a
can use
second,
your
bro.
VA loan. You can use your VA loan to buy your next property. It's not
Yep.
that hard. People stumble over the credit part all day long, bro. They just stumble. Oh, I got to find something, something, something. I can't buy a house. I don't got no money. I don't got that down payment money. I can't buy a house. And they don't even try to go to the next step. They give up. But I'm working. Shout out to Kim Stark. I don't know if she's watching or not. But there's a young lady. She's from Grand Rapids. She now lives in Muskegon. She moved to Muskegon this year, and she brought the equity empowerment program to Muskegon.
Okay. What's
So
that?
listen to this. So she has a 6-week class. It's not just home ownership. It's home ownership and complete financial literacy. So they got a credit week, they got a savings week, a budgeting week. So 6 week class. The first cohort was this summer. First week, she had 70 people there. How many
Mm.
people you think went through the whole six
The
weeks and
whole 6 weeks.
graduated?
I mean, she started with 70, bro. I'm gonna say she probably ended with 15,
37, bro.
37.
She graduated more than half of her class that showed
That's
up because we
hard.
know, yep, we know people don't stick with it. She
Right.
graduated more than half of that class, bro. And the news put her on. Somebody just closed on their first house here in Muskegon, young lady. A mom bought her first crib after going through Kim's class. Because that's
That's
the piece. And my folks at the city, if they're watching, they know all I talk about is homebuyer education. We have to teach our people to buy houses. There's some people that are like, ah, they're building new houses in my neighborhood. Well, this my neighborhood didn't used to look like that. The NIMBY people, the not my backyarders, build as many houses as possible. But if we
yes.
have to teach our young people, our old people, our medium age people, like we have to teach everybody how to buy.
Have to.
And then now we got a new neighborhood. It's not about somebody built a new house. Uh, hey, white man. Hey, all my white friends, come to Muskegon and build houses. I don't care. Because guess
Right.
what? I'm going to teach the people that live here to buy the houses. Now they're the owners and they're building equity and they're starting their trip down to build generational wealth. So it doesn't matter who
Absolutely.
builds it because there are some neighboring communities, right, that haven't done the zoning reform, that haven't welcomed outside builders and investors and developers in, and they haven't done the growth.
Hmm.
And as a city official, I understand so much more now how new houses means new tax base for the city.
Yes.
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't these cities want you to come in and build? I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And the schools, new builds and new families into your community means new students in your schools. And guess what? The
Absolutely.
schools get money for each student too.
That's right. That's right. I'm super excited. I'm super excited we got on here and we're sharing this. I'm just over the moon that you'll be the state senator that represent that district. And bro, from this, bro, we're gonna bring a lot because I have people on here all day. Like I have Miss Adrian, she's on here right now. She shout out, thank you, Miss Adrian, for all the support and the likes and stuff. But she had caught something online when I was pitching the vet stuff, and she was like, "Well, wait, I'm not a vet, but I got somebody in my family who is. Like,
Hmm.
they need to hear this stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?" And that's when the wheels start turning. And what I've said before, and you kind of echoed it, is like from my viewpoint, we have to be stewards of our folks, right? Like in the roles that we are. You're on the whole, political and state senate and all that stuff. I was just talking from just a real estate professional and a lender. Like we have to educate. It's all about we have to educate folks on the moves to make to build wealth within our system. And it's real estate is by far the number one wealth generation, and it's easy to access. And I'm not even blowing smoke now that I
Yeah.
have the purview that I have, like being seen and going through a whole bunch of stuff. And let me take that. It's easy if you have the right people guiding you and sharing information. And what I said, shame on me if I sit here with all this information and the connections and the network I have, and I don't blast this out to everybody and their mama and they
Yeah.
and their papa and their uncle. And so that's the thing. So man, bro, I'm so excited because so I got so many questions, but I don't want to stop you because you was on the roll. Um, the zoning thing is exciting to me, bro. I think I'm gonna be back next week, man. I'm making a trip over, bro. Like period.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
I got stuff to do in GR, but I'm making a trip over, and we're gonna sit down face to face. And yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah. We
education
can
is the
drive
key.
through. We can drive through the city, man. I'm gonna show you some stuff, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
gonna
do
show you
that.
some
And then
stuff.
and then I even had this because when I was there last week, I had a meeting with a veteran service organization, and here's the reality: like at any given day, you and me can, and I might hit you up for this because I don't know if I have access to that MLS over there, but I was kind of telling them what I do in Detroit, right? It's like, man, I help vets, and I help them all over, but I help them understand their VA benefit, and how to leverage the 2 to 4 unit. And he was saying, man, that's crazy. He's like, I didn't even know that that was an opportunity, right, to be able to leverage that 2 to 4 unit VA loan. So this is really what I'm looking for. This is exactly what I'm looking for, is to get the right person locked in. So here
For
I'm
sure.
keeping tabs on Highland Park. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Muskegon is the hidden treasure. Like I Muskegon is the deal. Because you had made mention too that Muskegon doesn't have any restrictions on ADUs.
Well, they don't have a restriction. You can only build one, but
You
one
can
is
only
more
build one
than but one is more than
for sure.
the majority of municipalities in Michigan will let you build. So if I got
Exactly.
one of these old school lots and it's 100 feet by 100 feet or more, right? And I have enough room in that big old backyard that I'm not using for anything because the kids are gone. Like my kids, I don't have, well, my fiance has kids in school still, but mine are grown. My daughter's in junior at Western. Go Broncos. Um, but if I got a big old yard, I could build a little house back there. The mother-in-law suite, grandma suite. There's so many multi-generational households right now. Why wouldn't you want to, right? Grandma's
Exactly.
getting old. Grandma's got the big old house by herself, but grandma helps mom watch the kids and pick them up from school and everything else. But the mom's married now and she don't want to really be in the house with the two, with the couple and the kids, and she wants to have her own space. Boom.
Boom. And we have the
Um,
financing for the ADUs now. So man, we got a lot of work to do, brother.
I'm
Seriously.
glad that you said that. I am so glad that you said that because I'm going to send some people your way. If you got the financing for the ADUs, let's get it done because
Yep.
there's opportunity in Muskegon. To answer the question here in the chat, it says, what kind of industry is in Muskegon? Well, back in the day, Muskegon was the lumber town, right? We even still pay homage to that with like the Muskegon Lumberjacks and um, port. Muskegon Lake is the deepest port on Michigan side of Lake Michigan. We have the deepest port, so the big tankers and the big ships can come in. We even have cruise ships that come into Muskegon. Um, Muskegon does have manufacturing, so we do still have manufacturing. Howmet Aerospace, who makes parts for several different airliners and um, stuff like that, is right here just north of us. Shape Corporation, Herman Miller. So we have some factories, but Grand Rapids is so close that now people who work in Grand Rapids are moving here because Grand Rapids is pricing people out and they can come to Muskegon and buy a crib and they just got a 40-minute drive to work, you
And
know?
it yeah, and it ain't a bad drive in the summertime or non-winter time. It ain't bad at all.
Not to mention, if I lived on the south side of Detroit and I worked in, on the north side, that's a 40-minute commute also,
True. True. Just within the city. You ain't lying. You
You
ain't
could go
lying.
13 miles in Detroit and it's a
Yeah.
40-minute commute.
Yeah. You
So
ain't
yeah.
lying.
Um so our surrounding communities there's a lot of industrial, but some tech companies are coming in. There's a biotech company that just came in. They're in the North Muskegon area. But some other tech companies are eyeing because in our city we have a whole department and we work on the economic part too. So we're trying to attract employers. Brunswick bowling is still here in Muskegon, um, where if you ever go bowling, you see Brunswick on the pins and stuff. They don't manufacture here anymore, but their headquarters is still here in Muskegon. Um, So we have several industries. Muskegon has their own industrial park. North Shores has an industrial park. Our neighbors to the south. Um,
And it's a
so
huge, correct me if I'm wrong too, Jay. It's still a huge, I mean, in the summertime, Muskegon is hidden, right? Like it's still a tourist spot.
tourist destination,
Yeah.
big tourist destination. Yeah.
Mhm.
And now, oh, Michigan Adventures here, the Pure Marquette Beach, where all
Whoa,
sports lake inland and outland. We're a big
bro,
tourist destination too.
you just took it back. You
Oh,
said
you want to talk
Michigan
about
Adventure?
STRs?
No,
Michigan.
no,
Oh, you want to go
no,
Deer Park Funland?
no, Deer Park Funland.
Yeah, baby. Deer Park Funland back in the day. So yeah, the largest amusement park in Michigan, Deer Park Funland, aka Michigan Adventures, is
Bro,
right here,
I
just
have
north of Muskegon.
fond memories, bro. Fond
Yeah,
memories of my dad taking us over to Deer Park Funland, bro.
yeah,
When they only had one roller coaster, the corkscrew, bro. And man, fun
yeah.
time, fun time. Now Muskegon has a drive-in too, don't they?
We do. We still have a drive-in theater. Somebody in the chat asked about resorts. The Double J Resort is just north of Muskegon. I'd say I don't know how far Double J Resort is. Maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Yeah, maybe about 20, 25 minutes north of Muskegon. Um, but I would definitely say there's some coming. So with all the tourist stuff, the beach, the all sports lake, the marinas, the um all of the attractions that we have and all of the building that's going on. And we passed STR, which is short term
Short-term
rentals,
rental.
aka
Okay.
Airbnbs, Verbos. We have passed an ordinance for those. So they're allowed up to 4% of each district. So we split the city into 13 different regions, and each region can have up to a 4% cap. So 4% of the population or the houses in that region can be STRs. Only two of
Wow.
our regions are full, which means the rest of the city is wide open if you want to come in and buy a house, flip a house, build a house, and make it an Airbnb.
What? So is there like a sign up? Like you have to sign up first come first serve or what?
First come, first serve. First come, first serve. So listen,
Come on, man.
not only that, bro. We're in the winter months right now. So the winter slowdown has started. There's so much inventory on the market right now, bro. There's
Bro.
so much opportunity on the market right now.
You know what I see happening, man? I see we're gonna have you and I. We gotta figure out. We're gonna do like a. We're just gonna do a Muskegon sales blitz, man. I'm telling you. You said don't you go buy up everything, Aaron? Hey, look, I'm bringing everybody with me. Like wherever I go, the tribe is coming with me. It's enough for everybody
I have two new constructions right now on the market for 195.
for 195
New construction
in Muskegon, bro.
in Muskegon,
That's something
ready
we
to go.
would never thought, man. And it's plenty. So let me get down to brass tacks, bro. Because
Okay.
this when I get down to the nuts and bolts of it. Like
Okay.
I started on these lives, man. The title was Real Estate, Real Deals, Power Hour. Like I was coming
Mhm.
on here trying to put deals together, and that's still my vein. And it's like just morphed into like to get there, kind of got to educate people, right? So like
Gotcha.
it's heavy education with the underlying thread of like I'm real talk. Like I'm trying to
Hmm.
put pen to paper, belt to ass. I'm trying to get it. Like we trying to kick some get the passive income up. So let me do a reset, and then I'm gonna get into the brass tacks. So thank you,
Okay.
Miss Adrian, for engaging. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for everybody joining. Miss Vaughn, thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Everybody who's in here, we appreciate the likes and the support, but more importantly, we gotta I need you to go to jkilgo.com to reset for everybody who just came in. Jay Kilgo is the city commissioner, current city commissioner for the city of Muskegon. It's just on the other side of Michigan, so Grand Rapids. It's on the west side. And he is running for state senator. He will be the first black state senator in District 32, you said?
Yes, sir.
And this brother, me and him go way back. I know him as Big Flip. We played ball together. We grew up together in high school and stuff. Really good, really solid dude. We are going to be very protected and happy if he's in Lansing doing our bids for us. You know what I mean? So, hey Zoe, this is hey Mrs. Little Miss Zoe. I appreciate you. So yeah, share this like so we can get it out to more people. But more importantly, go to jkilgo.com and donate to his campaign. I'm asking everybody. Like I will refund all of your roses and hearts and everything for some money to help this brother's campaign. And so what I want to do, Jay, is I want to get together and I want to start to do like an investor roundtable. I mean,
Okay.
real deal. So I want to get back and I'm gonna donate whatever commissions I make to the campaign because we got to get you in state senate, bro. So yeah, so
Blessings.
so so this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm bringing as many people who want to come get some deals. That's why I want to get into the brass tacks. So now let's talk about these lots. So is the city is the city selling lots? Are there auctions? What's the deal?
The city, the city has a very bright young man who is our director of development services. If somebody contacted our director of development services, say, what lots do you have available? He'd be happy to sit down with anyone and say, here's some of the lots that we have available. We're not selling in bulk, but if somebody came along and said, I want to buy 2 lots and I want to build on them, then we'd sell you 2 lots. Or if I want to buy 3 lots, you know why? Because somebody who hasn't built in Muskegon or maybe even hasn't built yet, we're going to want to see that performa. We're going to want to see that you know what you're doing and are actually going to see it to fruition.
Okay.
Because our neighbors to the south, who they're just now starting to build some new houses after 17 years in Muskegon Heights. We'll get to that in a second. But there is a brother who's building in Muskegon Heights, Greg May out of Grand Rapids. I don't know if you know Greg May. Shout out Greg May.
Shout out, Greg.
He's building now in Muskegon Heights, but um, they they're not really as freely selling their lots. But at one point in time when they were, they said, hey, any residents of Muskegon Heights, you can buy a lot. And people bought up all these lots, but then they just sat on them. Nobody
They
did
didn't do.
anything with them.
Okay.
And what we're doing in Muskegon is saying you have 12 months to start building, and then you have 24 months to finish your project. Now, if you don't start building, then we just take our lot back and we'll give it to somebody
Okay.
else who does want to build on it.
Yeah.
Our land bank is also interested. So Muskegon County has a land bank. Not every county in Michigan does, but Muskegon County does.
Mm.
And our land bank is using some of these state funds. One of the reason why I want to get to the state. And now our land bank is renovating some houses and selling them at subsidized prices to help out. See, the problem, I'm running my campaign. One of my campaign policies is affordable housing. Affordable
Mm-hmm.
housing is a multi-layer problem. Affordable housing can be from the lender bringing programs like down payment assistance. It can be from the seller, the builder, right? Them taking a little bit smaller margins or working to build in development zones, the municipality creating development zones, enterprise zones, creating a brownfield to give tax incentives to that builder to build there. And now the end user, the buyer, now can buy it cheaper than Allen Edwin or Eastbrook Homes came through $400,000 new construction house and such, right?
Right.
Those can be for those municipalities that don't have enough money problems or they don't have people who are in need of more affordable housing. But here in Muskegon, we definitely need everyone pitching in on that affordable housing piece.
Mm-hmm.
um
Mm-hmm.
so You can
So
go and sit down with the developer. I'm sorry, the director of development services. Sit down with your performer, show them what you're looking to build, showing them that you have all your ducks in a row because we are looking that I's are dotted and T's are crossed,
okay.
which I'll get to the development stuff in just a second. But then you can buy lots, and guess how much you can buy the lots for? I don't know if
This,
you see that your camera's paused on TikTok here.
on TikTok? No, I thought I
Yeah.
came back. Tell me when I come back.
Okay.
Am I good?
Um. Well, it says I don't know if everybody else can see them, but it
Can
says
somebody
lot. It
tap in and
says
see if you can
create.
see? Yeah, I'm back. Is this on your side, Jay? I'm back.
Okay. All right.
Um, no, no. So hit us with it. Hit us with it, man, because that was my next question. Like, how much can you get these lots for?
Um. So we're selling lots at 75% of the value. So if a lot was $5,000, you can buy that lot for 1250.
Shut up,
So
dude.
you're paying 25% of the actual cash
Market.
value of the lot.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
If you're going to build on it, if you're going to
Yeah,
build on it.
dude.
Um and then if somebody
Joe
just
said,
wants
wait,
to
what?
buy one of our lots, if somebody wants to buy one of our lots to build a community garden, then you're probably going to just have to find a private lot and buy a lot from a private seller on Zillow or something because the city owned lots, you're building on it.
You're building on it, or you are taking it back. Period.
Correct. Yep.
Period. And that makes sense. And I like that. Like in the turn in the time frame y'all giving is very reasonable. 12 months to start and 24 months to finish. Like
Because if you
that's
have all your ducks in a row, if you've done your performa, you got your plans, you've contacted some GCs, and you know you who your subs are going to be or something. Because that's yeah, only housing, unfortunately. But that's the thing. Like, if you have all that stuff in order, you should be able to pull permits and get in the ground in 30 days.
you should be able to
It's
rock. And here, yep. And here's what I'm gonna lay out to everybody on here. Um, don't all that stuff is taken care of. Like we got you. Like I'm a licensed builder. I'm licensed in Michigan. I'll bring whoever needed to the table to get the stuff done, and we're gonna be rocking. So if you are interested, if you're interested in all type of what is it, Big Red? What should they type in, bro? Is it uh type
big
type
red.
type Big Red in the in comments, and then I'm gonna go try to address some of these comments.
Here's the thing, too, bro. Here's the
Appreciate you,
thing.
Adrian.
Some of
Appreciate
the
you. So,
questions.
are local banks meeting their CRA responsibility? So let's talk about this CRA. So, Miss Adrian, you have the CRA. What is that? What exactly is that? Appreciate you, Miss Vaughn and Joe. What is the CRA?
While she's typing that, Miss Vaughn, to answer your question, um, it is just residential what I'm talking about. But Miss Adrian, the the senior housing stuff, we're looking for builders and investors to come in and do that stuff. The city will work with you. Our city is open for business. We are looking to work with everyone. And guess what? We need senior housing too. So,
Oh, okay.
and
So,
here's the thing. I'm not trying to detour other cities of Michigan. Talk to your elected officials. Here that's the secret. Let me let everybody in on the secret, okay? Detroit, Lansing, Ann Arbor, Kalamazoo, Flint, Saginaw, Muskegon, Benton Harbor. It don't matter. Pick a city. I'm not talking about our rural friends, right? Because they're not they're some of them are really on the NIMBY. They don't want growth. We're working on them, right? Take our cities, find out who your council people are or your commissioners, whichever one you have. Your city has either city council or city commission. We have a city commission. Talk to your commissioners or your council people, talk to your mayor, talk to your city managers. and tell them, I want to come in and build X. If it's houses, if it's senior homes, if it's veteran homes, if it's homeless shelters, and tell them, how will you all work with me? It's not just us that has to come to the table. Your cities and your municipalities need to come to the table to put in place opportunity zones, and investment zones, and utilize that CRA stuff. They all have access to it, right? It's some paperwork. Maybe they don't know how to do it. Guess what? Not everybody knows how to be a grant writer either. They can hire people to come in, see how to utilize those CRA dollars, and put them to work for the people. So if your municipality is not working with you, then we need to put them on blast. If you go to your if you go to your um, council people and your commissioners and say, I'm trying to build some housing, there's a housing shortage statewide, there's a housing shortage nationwide. They should be
nationwide.
begging you all to come to the table, and um, they should be begging you all to come to the table and build with them.
For sure, for sure. So thank you, Sanchez, for man. That was well said, brother. That's what's up. And and Miss Adrian, I appreciate that question because that's a little bit of her background, and she's responsible for um, institutions making sure that they adhere to those regs for CRA. And here's my thing, like I remember back in the day in Detroit, the auction being when it was 30 to 40,000 properties being auctioned, and you could buy houses for $500 to $1,000, and some of those houses were even occupied. So you could walk up and tell the new people, "Hey, you're paying me the rent now." And it was a go. It was man, it was good. Times were really good, right? That those days are gone, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
no, no. But what I'm always on the search for, I'm always on the lookout for the next opportunity, right? Like where can you get in ground floor and do your thing and have a great upside, bro? What you just shared, Muskegon, your district 32, man. Thank you for coming on and sharing. And so everybody, if anything on here resonated with you, right? Miss Adrian said, Muskegon is it. I'm sold. Like we got a whole nother project going on, and it's Muskegon. Tap the screen, but go to jkilgo.com and donate to his campaign. This is when we have to show up for our community. Like this, what this is all about. It's about us taking advantage and sharing opportunities that we have, right? So he's ground roots, he's boots on the ground, he knows this stuff in and out. And we got to support him so he can stay as our voice in the state senate, and we have to support him. We got to put the dollars behind him, y'all, flat out. So I donated when I first saw it the other day, and when I closed a couple deals in Muskegon, that whole commission check is going to that, brother, and we're gonna keep donating. So please go to jkilgo.com, donate. If you plan to do that, do me a favor. If you plan to donate, write donate in the comments so we know everybody's tracking with us, and we appreciate and this stuff resonates, right? So
I
with you.
appreciate you,
So
brother. I
appreciate that,
appreciate you
Miss
so
Adrian.
much. Listen, so here's the other thing. Lansing writes our state laws. Can you think of anything in the state that needs that could need some change?
Bro, we don't have that much time on.
listen, listen, and I'm not going to, there's nobody in my pockets, bro. Nobody's paying
Yeah,
me off to be like, hey, yeah, don't talk about how we have the most expensive car insurance in the nation. Don't make no noise about that. Don't make no noise about how healthcare premiums are out of control. Don't make no noise about that. Don't make no noise about how our property taxes. Let's talk about
thank
real
you,
estate, right? Pop up
thank you.
tax. Right now, brother, I sit on a task force. I sit on a pop up task force because people are staying in place because they know if they move, they're uncapped. And
Uncapped.
even if they find a cheaper house, they're
Yep.
paying more in taxes on that cheaper house than the house they've been in for 20 years. We
Exactly.
have to change those things. And the only way to change those things is we have to put people in our legislator who know about those things and know that it's a real problem, and they want to make the change to, we can't get rid of taxes. So if you see that axe my tax crap, we can't just cancel taxes,
Right.
unfortunately, right? Because two things I think would happen if we cancel taxes. There would be no more auction, FYI, if there were no taxes, because there's no way to assess
Sure.
and have the house go on the tax roll or to the auction. But the other thing is our services. So property tax does go to our schools, and I believe in fully funded public schools, right? Me and you are products of public school, right?
Absolutely.
Um, and our services, right? We need police and fire when we need police and fire. So we want to have our services when we need them too. So we can't eliminate property taxes, but them taxes can be lowered. Them taxes
Absolutely.
can be capped to where, just because inflation is flying off the roof and house prices are 10 times higher than they were 10 years ago,
Hmm.
um, we can cap that tax to
Yeah.
where, just because a house jumped in equity over the last 10 years by hundreds of thousands, the tax don't have to follow that. The
They
tax
don't
don't
have to
have to
follow that.
follow the.
And
Because you know what happens if the house crashes, if the house value crashed from whatever, which it won't, but you know what I'm saying, if it did, the taxes still won't, and that's not fair. That's
that's
not
not
fair
fair.
to citizens.
And that's all we ever wanted. I remember when I was fighting taxes, I was fighting for my taxes and other folks, some of my clients' taxes in Detroit for years because the
Yeah,
taxes were crazy. Properties
crazy.
weren't worth nothing, and the taxes was crazy. So we had to fight that. And to your point, you said thanks, Miss Adrian. Oh, and somebody made a comment. I'm sorry, Donovan Gasper. Hey, what's up, Donovan? Thanks. Yeah, taxes and insurance. Period. We need folks. So go to jkilgo.com. Thank you for your commitments, Miss Adrian and Miss Vaughn. Y'all always show up and show out. Appreciate that. And I'm looking for others to type in donate. I'm not setting an amount. You can set the amount. I'm just saying let's get the momentum going. We got to support folks. Like, you know, you know me, so therefore you know Jay. And we're committed to folks, your community, reach out. $5 is not gonna hurt
Listen,
nobody.
that's what I tell
Whatever.
people. I'm like, listen, donate a cup of coffee, however much you pay for that expensive Starbucks
Exactly.
crap. I don't drink it. And then come over to Muskegon and I'll buy you a coffee. Right?
That's
It's a
it. That's
win-win.
it.
It's a
Return
win-win.
return on your
Yes,
investment.
sir. Yes, sir. There it goes.
Return on your investment. I like it. But no, I'm gonna come and we'll have y'all have another series like when we meet up, Jay, and we do a walk
Okay.
around. We'll take some video and do that as well. But
Okay.
I'm bringing people with me, man. Like
Cool.
I'm I'm coming. Like we gonna come and we gonna do some
I love
deals.
it. I'm gonna introduce you to the director of development services in the city and show you some of the projects that we have going on here, and some of the wow moment, the wow. It's like you guys have this and that. Like,
Okay.
uh I love my city, man. I love my city, and my city is growing, and growth means, you know, inviting new people in, inviting investment into our city, because then people discover, I can't remember what city it is. They used to have their ads on TV, and it'd be like discover whatever, right? Discover
Yeah.
Ludington or discover Traverse City or whatever.
Right.
Come discover Muskegon, and you will be pleasantly surprised. Discover Muskegon, because people might just come here and stay, or buy a second vacation home, right? The
That's real
summers is
talk.
popping. I know you talking about coming in November. That's cool, but you definitely got to come in June or July too.
Oh, bro,
Because the
yo, brother.
summers,
I'm trying to have a project in the ground, if not finished by June or July. You
my
know what I
man,
mean? I'm trying to
my
come
man.
sit down. You need to
Okay,
take a drive soon, Miss Adrian. You know what, Miss Adrian? You just popped it in my head. We might just do a bus trip. We might just do a bus tour. We might just have to do a bus tour and get enough people. That's a bet. I'm doing that. That's what it's gonna be, Muskegon, because
all right. Well,
we're gonna do a
I
bus
mean,
tour.
since I'm plugging it, and there are some people on my live here too. Friday, November 21st, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. is my campaign kickoff event at the Van Dyke Mortgage Convention Center. That's right. I'm having my event at the convention center. Kickoff Friday, November 21st. My birthday is the 22nd. So it's a campaign kickoff slash birthday event. I'm just asking to bring the community together. People come out and support me. They can donate when they get there. They can go to jkilgo.com and donate if they can't come. But I'm just trying to garner momentum because us Michiganders, wait, my camera's flipped, so I got to do it like this. Muskegon, I got Muskegon County, Oceana, Mason, Manistee, and Benzie County. My district is straight up the pinky. I have to go all the way up here. Yes, bro.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, bro.
Wow.
And they don't
How many
look
hours is
like
that?
it's 2.5 hours from
Okay.
my house to the furthest beach over here in Frankfort,
Yeah.
Michigan, which is in Benzie County. It's almost 2.5 hours straight up the pinky. And these are more rural areas up here. And we know that, right? There's the
Mm.
casino right there. Shout out Manistee. But but those are more rural areas, right? They look a little bit different. Um 54% of the vote is in Muskegon County. So right here at home in Muskegon County, I'm going to be getting the vote out. I'm going to be visiting businesses because I support small businesses. I
Okay.
already am in the schools. I do Metacolor Read. I volunteer. I go and speak with students all over. Just a couple weeks back, I went to Muskegon High School and spoke with students. I love that. It's probably one of my favorite things to do is
I'm
talk to the
telling you,
kids.
man.
You know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
it.
Because they got questions about real estate. They got questions about politics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We aren't gatekeepers of information. I want to share all of this stuff because how many black men came in Creston High School when you was there and talked to you
Talk
about career?
talk about it, bro. And the one that
None.
did is the reason why I went into the field I went into, bro.
Yeah.
So, bro,
Yeah.
it's important. It is
Yeah.
important. That's right, Miss Adrian. You said it. Our youth need us. And Miss Vaughn, I wasn't ignoring you. Yeah, yes. Michigan Adventure is still live and popping over in Muskegon. So get you an investment property, build you something. I'm bringing folks with me. I know I'm already locked in. Um, we gonna do some big things over there in Muskegon. And the first big thing is helping uh, Jay Kilgo get elected to state senate, and that affects that gives us uh, we know we got a real one. We know we got a real one in the state. So and he's gonna continue to grow and go on to bigger and better things and do right by us. But this is man, thank you for taking your time, brother. I know that
Yes, sir.
you're busy. I know it was short notice, but I had the momentum, and I was just like, man, perfect. Inaction is better. Inactive, whatever I said earlier.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. No, I feel you. No, we got to do it. If we don't do it, we can't wait and rely on other people to do it. We got to do it.
Exactly. And I said, we can't, I'm not gatekeeper. I'm getting all this information out. We're going to bring as many people with us. And here, I had a few people like talk to their family. And that one comment you made earlier where like people was like, well, I don't want to live with somebody above or below me. That came up and it comes up often. And it's like,
Mhm.
let's share the information. It's only 1 year. It's only 12 months you got to live in. And then you're on to greener pastures and you have this asset that is doing two things for you. It's not just cash flow every month. It's paying somebody else is paying down that debt. And this is where, Claude Anderson, you know, he says this on a lot of his things. He says the other cultures, when they are making moves, they're planning for generations down ahead. They're planning for their grandkids, their great grandkids, their great grandkids. He said a lot of times our culture, we planning for Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
I
looking over
appreciate that.
here. I'm looking over here at my bookshelf. His book is out there, but um,
Yeah. So we know
I
we
love
cut,
Claude.
and that's why I knew it was gonna be good. But we didn't have no planning on this, did we, Jay?
None.
We no planning. It was just I hit him up. I'm like, bro, I'm supporting you. Let's get on the live. But I knew because of the cloth this brother's from. I mean, we've been in trenches before. Like we've been through it. Like we've been in training and, trying to, make the team and playing and fighting other folks and stuff. So I knew what, and I know I was like, Jay is about his business. So I'm not even worried about it. We can jump on here and we're gonna hit it and talk the talk. So I appreciate that, man. I love you, brother. And we're gonna get the and hopefully you're open to coming on, because when is the election?
So my
Like,
primary, because I have a primary opponent, the young lady who's already started raising thousands of dollars already. August 4th is the primary election. And here's what I'm going to tell everyone statewide, right? Before Trump tries to take it away from us, it is free. It is free. It is free. Register for your absentee ballot. That way you'll know when every election happens. Why? Because you're going to get your ballot in the mail already. Listen, just go to michigan.gov/vote and all the information's right there in front of you. Michigan.gov/vote. Register for your absentee ballot, because then you don't have to worry what precinct I'm in, where are my voting plate. None of that matters. You just get it at home. Now you can mail it back in. If you're not comfortable mailing it back in, you can bring it right to your city clerk's office and hand it to them. Or you can fill it out at home, bring it to the polling location on voting day, and hand it in on voting day and put it right in the machine yourself. You have all of those options, but you know who's on the ballot. It gives you time to research these people. Before I go, I'm sorry. Governor, Secretary of State, Lieutenant Governor, state senator, state representative, and our congressional senator and our congressional representatives are all on the ballot next year. Next year's midterm is the most important election of our lifetime. It is and they said that before, but we see the craziness going on now,
ooh,
right?
wait,
We
ooh,
was just
wait.
fighting over SNAP benefits, right?
Thank you.
Am I on Snap? No. Have I been on Snap before? Yeah, I have,
Right.
right? Do I have
Yep.
family members that need those benefits? Yeah. I'll tell you what I was on. I was on Obamacare. I'm an
Mm.
independent contractor. I'm a I work for myself. So I don't have an
1099. Yeah.
employer. Yeah, I don't
Yep.
have an employer healthcare plan. I was on the ACA. They told me my premium was going to go from $253 a month, which is what I was paying, single guy by myself. I'm not married yet. I am engaged. Sorry, ladies. But
Just chill.
no, my girl probably watching. She like, you better tell them hoes. You know how they get. You know how they get. Um,
Right.
but they said that my premium was gonna go up to $653 for just me, bro. For just me, $653 if I want health insurance without these subsidies.
$400 increase, bro.
A
Bro, that's crazy.
200% increase.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's a car note, bro. I might as well say YOLO and go buy you know what I'm saying? Let me go buy a Benz for
Exactly.
$600 a month.
Right.
That's
That's crazy.
crazy. Like people can't afford that stuff,
No,
bro.
and that's the thing. They're so disconnected to even think that's doable, bro. Like,
Yeah,
stop it. Stop it.
yeah,
And that's why we
yeah.
need
But
people like you in there, man, to
it
balance
encouraged
that
me
nonsense
last
out.
Tuesday, encouraged me with all the elections across the country. I'm very encouraged that people will come out next year also, because they're tired of the foolishness, because we got to get back to people. We got to get back to people and not billionaires and millionaires, because not everybody got money like that. There's so many disconnected people talking about, yeah, they said to that Mandami, they was like, yeah, Cuomo said to him, yeah, you live in that such and such, paying about $2,600 a month, living with them poor people. These people think $2,600 a month is where poor people live. That's how
2,600.
disconnected. That's how disconnected they are, bro. You
Yeah,
know.
they're off. They're way off their rockers. So,
And the
um,
last thing I'll say, you may not mess with politics, but politics will mess with you. We
say
got to
that.
be involved. We got to be involved, bro.
Hey, appreciate that. Hey, so are you open to doing these up through August? Like, I need to make sure that you can get back on here. I can get you back on in the future, like next
Yes.
month or within
Yeah,
a
you
couple
can
weeks.
get,
Okay.
yep, you can get me back on. I'm not doing a lot of traveling up to the Pinky in December and January.
Right.
I'll do virtual stuff. I am going up there on Saturday to Benzie County, but um, during these winter months, this is great for me.
Yeah.
You know,
We gotta get you.
um,
Yeah. Cause I want to get more. I want to get. First of all, I think I reached out to you Saturday or Sunday about this one.
yeah,
So the next one will have a lot more lead time and I can promote it
okay,
more. Hopefully get some more people on here. Everybody who's on here, go to jkilgo.com, donate, share his page and your stories if you could, and stay connected. Everybody who typed in donate, I appreciate that. Y'all rocking with me. Miss Adrian, I'm thinking we're gonna put a bus tour on, and we're gonna get people from West Side and the middle of the state over, and we'll coordinate that. And I'm trying to get a summer house in Muskegon, bro. Period, point blank. So
my man.
yep, and we're gonna get it rocking. So we'll be in touch, Jay, man. Anything else you want before we leave, or any questions anybody in the comments had you want to ask? We can address these questions before we close it out. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys in here. This is the most likes and the most people that I've had on a live, and I'm good that hopefully we get a lot of people supporting Jay Kilgo. That's JayKligo. And go. How did you give me a heart, bro? How do you do that? Like, I need to understand. Thank you, Miss
Well,
Vaughn.
well, remember, I told you I have 12,000 followers on TikTok, so I've built up. I don't use none of that. I don't use none of that stuff. So I just got a whole bunch of stuff on there. Um,
Really? Bro, that's
yeah,
live. That's live. I like that. This is gonna
but
be
I do need to for my campaign, bro. I do need to start. I do need to start
well. I think
using
this
my
is this
live
is
my
gonna be a
TikTok
great
live.
this is gonna be a great way to search it. And I'm sure there's somebody who knows or who has a social media person who can help with us on the reposting of some of this stuff and help
For
make our
sure.
lives a little easier. If you do tap in, we appreciate you, Nicole, for joining. We appreciate everybody who's joining. If there's no questions, man, I'm good. I'm good, Jay. This has
All
been
right.
we've been an hour and a half right here.
Yeah.
We had no time frame. We just want to come on here and
Anytime, bro.
and throw it out. So I
Anytime.
want to make sure I want to get like let's coordinate calendars and let's get it. I want to get a regular thing going, man, so we can
Okay.
have it and we can support your campaign and get you to the finish line come August. And
My man. And if you
yep.
think of any questions, right, we can do specific investor stuff or policy stuff, whatever. We
Oh,
can
it's
get it.
coming, bro. It's coming. I
Okay.
got a list full of stuff. So
Okay.
from that,
All right.
we gonna
Okay.
be rocking, man, and we're gonna
Okay.
share it with the people, man. And bring some folks along with us. So appreciate it, man. Much love. Peace to the fam, kiddos and the misses and stuff,
Yes,
man.
sir.
And predict, predicate the info, Jay. Um, yeah. Appreciate you, Joe. Big Joe. Thank you for the insight. Yeah, that's good, man. Good stuff, man. Good. Go follow his site, donate, share to like-minded people, and then hopefully we'll see y'all on the bus tour. But
My man.
you see more coming.
All right, brother.
All
Appreciate
right,
you, man.
brother. All right, for sure,
Peace.
man. All right, yo.